Brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين أحمدك ربي وأستعينك وأثني عليك وأتوكل عليك وأستغفرك وأتوب إليك وأستهديك وأسترشدك وأستلهمك وأستزيدك فأنت حسبي وأنت سندي وأنت عمادي وأنت أولي وأنت آخري وأنت ظاهري وأنت باطني وأنت لي نعم المولى ونعم النصير وأستغفر الله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له إله واحد إله أحد إله موحد إله وحيد إله فرد إله مفرد إله متفرد إله منفرد إله فريد إله حي إله قيوم إله أبدي إله أزلي إله دهري إله ديمومي إله سرمدي إله وتر إله صمد إله لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد إله هو الأول فلا شيء قبله وهو الآخر فلا شيء بعده وهو الظاهر فلا شيء فوقه وهو الباطن فلا شيء دونه إله قادر إله قدير إله مقتدر إله هو أقدر القادرين إله قاهر إله قهار إله لا يقهر ما يشيء ولون if we do not have the luxury of time to interpret the introductory part of our khutbah, when you hear إله قاهر إله لا يقهر إله هو أقهر القاهرين ọba tó ṣe pé òun gan lolúṣẹ́gun ẹ̀tàn tútù ní kọ́ máa dáná máa pé òun olúṣẹ́gun dáńtó bẹ́ẹ̀ má bẹ̀rẹ̀ yà ràn mí lọ́wọ́ ìbádọ́lá إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. I seek refuge in the Almighty Allah against Shaitan the accursed, and I want to start today's khutbah as usual in the name of the Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to the Almighty Allah. Praise be to the Almighty Allah. Praise be to the Almighty Allah. We thank the Almighty Allah. We praise the Almighty appreciate the Almighty Allah. We recognize the Almighty Allah. We acknowledge the Almighty Allah. We magnify the Almighty Allah. We salute the Almighty Allah. We commend the Almighty Allah. We glorify the Almighty Allah. We do all that because that is the essence of our creation. We want to stop there. Our intention was originally to take the second part of the khutbah that we delivered last week, which was on the need for every Muslim to be patient. That under all circumstances, we have to be patient. After all, we cannot appeal against the Almighty Allah. If you refuse to be patient, what else can you do? Is any man who never yasubiri alama asoba, that is barely either the man who never yasubiri alama asoba famada tarahu filmokatari yasmau. If an individual refuses to exercise patience on what the Almighty Allah has ordained, destined, even before many thousands of years before your birth, if you refuse to exercise patience, what can you do against the Almighty Allah? When the Almighty Allah has made it abundantly clear that la yus'alu amma yaf'alu. Whatever the Almighty Allah does is the final. You cannot appeal. Allah is not queryable. Allah is not questionable. Allah is not probable. You cannot probe him. You cannot query him. You cannot ask questions. So whatever he does is the final. So why are you agitating? You cannot agitate against the Almighty Allah. Our intention was to continue along that line, but this plan changed overnight. It changed overnight when it occurred to the Imam that today the Unilorin Juma'at Central Mosque shall be commissioned. The mosque is being inaugurated after it had been rehabilitated, after it had been renovated, after it had been expanded, and after it has been remodeled to become an ultra-modern central mosque. Indeed, the mosque has been described by those who have visited several mosques across the globe as one of the best mosques in the world today. The Unilorin Central Mosque, in its present form, can compete favorably with all the good and best mosques in the world today. Incidentally, on the 19th of June 2009, I was invited to be the guest speaker at the launching of a 1 billion appeal fund for the rehabilitation, renovation, and expansion of the same mosque. So what I have done today is to bring to you a replica, more or less, a replication of what I said at that occasion. So if you see me referring to this document, it is not a case of plagiarism. It is my own material, my own work, which I may intelligently refer to in the course of today's khutbah. It is against the background I have given you that in today's khutbah we are going to have something that I have captioned as the significance of the mosque in Islam. In the characteristic way of the glorious Quran, the importance of the mosque in Islam has been summarily. The Quran is a very great book. Things that you will spend so many hours discussing, it will give you an executive summary. So the significance of mosque in Islam has been summarily captioned and underscored in just one ayah. Just one ayah. This ayah is verse 18 of Surah Al-Jinn, which is chapter 72 of the glorious Quran. All other verses and all other chapters which talk about the place of the mosque do so auxiliarily. do so auxiliary. You know an auxiliary verb. So they do so auxiliarily and in support of the fundamental message of this verse. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. That verse, as small as it is, it summarizes the place of mosque in Islam. Let it be understood by the Ummah. Let it be understood by each one of us that mosques are absolutely the property of Allah alone. Mosques are the property of Allah alone. And so, when you are in a mosque, do not invoke anything. Do not invoke anybody. Do not invoke anyone other than the Almighty Allah. If you look at this verse, you see that it testifies to the fact that there is no other building to which the Almighty Allah lays claim other than the mosque. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ. The Almighty Allah is the owner, is the possessor of all mosques. And so when you are therein, do not invoke, do not do anything other than what is pertaining to the Almighty Allah. We need to clarify, there is need for clarification, that beyond the narrow meaning literally conveyed by the word mosque. You know what? Mosque is not an Arabic word. It's a translation. And the meaning is narrow there. The original Arabic masjid, it shows the importance of Arabic in whatever you do. If you look at mosque and masjid, they do not convey the same value. They don't have the same value. The value of mosque, which is the translation of masjid, is narrow and parochial. Narrow and parochial. Masjid signifies more than the English translation. This clarification is contained in the tradition of the Prophet ﷺ, which says, وَجُعِلَتْ لِيَ الْأَرْضُ مَسْجِدًا. جُعِلَتْ لِيَ الْأَرْضُ مَسْجِدًا. The earth, as we see it, is generally made a place of worship for men. So wherever you are, once the place is ill, it is a potential mosque. This is to say that any spot on earth is a potential place of worship for a Muslim. By extension, any part of our body is a masjid. Masjid here meaning something you use to worship Allah, something you use to recognize the Almighty Allah. The eyes, the hands, the knees, the legs, the toes, and each of our various faculties are to be used for the worship of the Almighty Allah. To further emphasize the importance of the mosque, we are told that the mosque is a symbol of faith. إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةَ وَآتَى الزَّكَاةَ وَلَمْ يَخْشَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ فَعَسَى أُولَٰئِكَ أَنْ يَكُونُوا مِنَ الْمُهْتَدِينَ إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ. If you see people maintaining the mosque, going to the mosque frequently, frequenting the mosque is an indication that those people that are frequently to be found in the mosque are believers in the Almighty Allah. Elsewhere, the Prophet says, إِذَا رَأَيْتُمُ الرَّجُلَ يَتَرَدَّدُ عَلَى الْمَسَاجِدِ فَاشْهَدُوا لَهُ بِالْإِيمَانِ. Can we say sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If you come across a man frequently going to the mosque, فَشَهَدُوا لَهُ بِالْإِيمَانِ. You don't have to ask anybody else. The fact that it's always there in the mosque is an indication that he's a faithful person. We want to say that a mosque has a sanctity. A mosque has a sanctity. There are certain things that we should never do inside the mosque. As an individual, these are the ethics of a mosque. As an individual enters a mosque, he should say Assalamu alaikum to people who are there before him, or Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi salihina if there is nobody inside. Second, a 2-rakah prayer must be observed as soon as an individual enters a mosque. But mind you, there is a provision here, provided the time falls within the period when such a prayer is desirable. There are occasions when the 2-rakah is not desirable. We have talked about that in the past. It's becoming controversial. I want to stop there. The 2-rakah prayers is technically known as Tahiyyatul Masjid. Number 3, business transactions are not allowed in the mosque. Number 4, no arms, no ammunition, or harmful object should be carried in the mosque. Number 5, no cases of lost items should be advertised in the mosque. Number 6, voices should not be raised in the mosque except in the glorification of the Almighty Allah. Allah. Can you say that once more? Allah. Can be louder. Allah. Voices should not be raised in the mosque except in the glorification of the Almighty Allah. Number 7, mundane issues should not be raised inside the mosque. Individuals, that is 8, individuals should always sit where there is a vacancy. You are a latecomer. Why do you want to be on the front row? Stop over there where the row ends. You have no business trying to find your way, force your way, impose yourself on the people in order to get to the front row. It is wrong to step on people's necks as you seek to get to the front row. Number 9, individuals should not compete for vacancies inside the mosque. Number 10, they should not also inconvenience anybody on the road. 11, they should not walk across individuals who are observing prayers. It is unethical to spit on the floor of the mosque. It is also unethical to play on one's fingers inside the mosque. The mosque must be kept, that is 14. The mosque must be kept constantly free of debt, free of madmen and madwomen, and free of children. Number 15, the Almighty Allah should always be praised and glorified inside the mosque. As we talk about the ultra-modern central Juma'at mosque of Unilorin, it is our responsibility to add that investment, when you invest in anything that is associated positively with the mosque, that is one of the best projects a Muslim can embark upon. You can contribute by giving out money for construction of a fresh mosque, for rehabilitation of an old mosque, for renovation, for expansion, or for refurbishment of the mosque. The mosque is being inaugurated today. There are people who are charged with the responsibilities of collecting donations. If you want, please ask. There are people that can easily collect from you. The Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while encouraging others in the area of contributing to rehabilitation or construction of a mosque, is reported to have said that Man bana lillahi masjidan walau kamafahasi watat. That was very, very important. Man bana lillahi masjidan walau kamafahasi watat bana Allahu lahu baytan fil jannah. Whoever constructs a mosque for the Almighty Allah, even if the size of the mosque is no more than the size of a nest. If it is not more than that size, in place of that, Allah will reward with a big mansion in paradise. Another hadith. خير بقاع الأرض مساجدها وشرها أسواقها. Those of you who are judging, خير, that's why I'm taking it word for word. خير بقاع الأرض مساجدها وشرها أسواقها. The best spot on earth is the earth as we see it and categorized. There is the best, there is the worst. The best earth, the best spot on earth is an area where a masjid, a mosque is erected. A mosque is constructed. That is one of the best spots on earth. Washamuha, the worst spot on earth is any area, any spot where a market is located. The question is, which one? Logically, we can understand why. Here, you remember nothing other than the Almighty Allah. There, you may be saying, Wallahi Allah, Wallahi Allah, how can you say a product like the cost price? You bought it 5,000 and you are saying, 5,000 and the reason why this one is the best and the other one is the worst is that here, whatever you do it with a sense of sincerity. You are faithful. You are conscious of the Almighty Allah when you are doing it. There! It's like the hadith that says that equivalent. Why an individual is lying? The moment an individual is lying, that individual is devoid of Allah. Is devoid of faith. Lion, Islami, Walaya, Shakabu Sharibu, Walaya, Kadibu, Kabibu. It's impossible for you to be a woman and lie. It's impossible for you to be a woman and commit adultery. It is impossible for you to be a woman and fornicate. Seek forgiveness from the Almighty Allah. Allah is ready to forgive and to forget. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. We have talked about the mosque as if the act of praying and supplication is the only act that can be performed in the mosque. Beyond glorification of the Almighty Allah, a mosque is a center for general guidance of the Ummah. Right now, we are not glorifying. We are giving a sermon. We are admonishing. But when you admonish, the admonition can capture factors that has to do with the society. We can talk about political issues. Time there was when we came here, and we do the attention of our politicians. To the time they are doing wrong, it is our responsibility. So a mosque can be used for political orientation. Depending on the themes and the topics of your khutbah, you can touch on political issues. You can touch on cultural issues. You can focus purely religious issues. You can focus cultural issues. It is allowed in the mosque to come to the podium and talk about current issues. We have talked about the avoidable bloodshedding that we are experiencing in this country. We have talked about the state of the security in this country. And so the mosque serves different purposes. In fact, it is a multi-purpose center. It isn't wrong for you to come here and discuss politics. It isn't wrong for you to come here and discuss cultural affairs, in as much as the intention is to guide people. Láti tún ṣí, wọ́n ti kọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ àti lò ó, wọ́n tó wà á tún mọ́ṣáláṣí náà ṣe. Mọ́ṣáláṣí náà tó yọ kan nínú ìlú tó dáa nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí àgbáyé. Àgbèrè àwọn mọ́ṣáláṣí tó dáa, mọ́ṣáláṣí tó dáa, mọ́ṣáláṣí tó dáa. Mọ́ṣáláṣí Ìlọrin tò ní ọ̀kan nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí àgbáyé tó dára jùlọ ní. Àwa sọ nípa àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe àti tí ò yẹ ká máa ṣe nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ìbá sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run, ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò bá sì jẹ́ máa pé à ń bá àwọn èèyàn sọ́nà àti ìsọ nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí. Àìwọ̀n mọ́ṣáláṣí ká máa dáhùn èèyàn kọjá ẹ̀wẹ̀ yìí. Àìwọ̀n mọ́ṣáláṣí ká máa dáhùn èèyàn kọjá. Àìwọ̀n mọ́ṣáláṣí ká máa dáhùn èèyàn kọjá. Kò sí lára ẹ̀kọ́ Islam. Ẹni bá ti pẹ́ lẹ́yìn inú dábàá wọn mọ̀ pé máa ń dábàá àṣọ. Ẹni bá ti pẹ́ lẹ́yìn èrè tí ìbàjẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ èrè rẹ̀ náà ti pẹ́ lẹ́yìn. Ẹ̀rọ mi ti wà ń sá fún yìí kó dé òun wáyé. Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ó ní máa ní abúlé àbí àmàlùkò. Àdìsù lẹ́sẹ̀ lẹ́ni o. Àdìsù lẹ́sẹ̀ bá kó àdìsì tí tóminú máa ń kọ́ yín ẹ fi lọ làákà yìí. Gbogbo àdìsì tó bá bá làákà yìí mọ àdìsì ìdájọ́ Muhammad. Èmi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò ní gbọ́gbọ́n mu. Ẹ wá wọn tó ẹgbọ́n tó wí bí. Ó ní máa ní abúlé àbí àmàlùkò. Èyí tẹ̀ kọ́lẹ̀. Man abúlé àbí àmàlù lam yusra bihi àtò. Ẹ̀yin wà lẹ́nu. Ẹni yóò tó bá jẹ́ pé iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ó sọ nílùú ẹ̀yìn. Ẹ̀kọ́ fà. Iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀ náà ló sọ ọ́ di èrò ẹ̀yìn. Lam yusra bihi àtò. Bàbá kan, ìyá kan, ẹ̀gbọ́n kan, àbúrò kan nínú mọ̀lẹ́bí kò lè sọ yẹn dèrò wájú. Tó a lè dá lè yá máa iṣẹ́ kábíkú ni ó máa dájọ́ ó dérò ẹ̀yìn. Wàṣára sọ́n làbá mi sọ pé wàṣára sọ́n káàna fi dúnìyà àkìrán yorùbá wá ó máa ń tẹ̀ lánàá ojú lélẹ̀ kíra mi. Wàṣára sọ́n káàna fi dúnìyà àkìrán yorùbá wá ó máa ń tẹ̀ lánàá ojú lélẹ̀ kíra mi. Àwọn èèyàn kan bẹ káàna fi dúnìyà àkìrá ńgbà táwa láyé ojú yẹ̀yẹ́ rà fi wò wọ́n ẹ̀rọ mi mẹ́ẹ̀ ní fẹ́ bá jókòó. Nítorí bó ti sára, nítorí bó ti sórí, nítorí bó aṣọ tó pọ̀, ní fẹ́ bá jókòó pọ̀. Àbá àwọn sọ fún agbárí àrègbè àmà, àwọn èèyàn náà fojú yẹpẹrẹ wò nílé ayé, sáfù wájú ẹ̀ máa bá wọn lórí àrègbè àmà. Tó wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀, tàbá wọ mọ́ṣáláṣí, ádà, wọn kò ní ìkànnì ádà, kéèyàn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, kéèyàn lójútì, kéèyàn máa, àá ti máa wá tí àwọn èèyàn lọ́rùn mọ́lẹ̀ nítorí sáfù wájú. Sáfù wájú tó ṣiṣẹ́ jásìkò àfojúdi ọ̀pọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n yìí ṣòwò nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí o wọ́n yìí tajà wọ́n yìí gbé nǹkan ògùn wọnú mọ́ṣáláṣí wọ́n yìí sì lọ wọ́n yìí lọ pé nǹkan tó sọnù tá ń bá ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mi kò ní jẹ́nu mọ́ṣáláṣí ẹ ti parí gbogbo ohun ìtànẹ́ẹ̀tì máa lọ àgbọ̀dọ̀ wọn gbóhùn kè nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí àsìkò kan tẹ̀yìn lè gbóhùn òkè tá a máa fi kí ni ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tá a máa gbé àbá wà gbé lórí ìwà lọ. A ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹni bá wọlé níta yìí bá kù sí fìdí ẹ̀ láti òní lọ ní yunifásitì Ìlọrin mọ́ṣáláṣí wa kájí ó mọ lónìí gbẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ ọmọ àwọn èèyàn mọ́lẹ̀ tẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ èèyàn mọ́lẹ̀ nítorí sáfù wájú lẹ́gbọ́ yìí ó èèwọ̀ ni ẹ má sì ságídí rẹ̀ ẹ má dá ságídí ẹ má dá zero. wọ́n ní ká máa tutọ́ nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí ká máa rọ́ọ̀ka ẹni tí ń rọ́ọ̀ka nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí jésù àná láì nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí lọ tí ń rọ́ọ̀ka wọ́n ní ò dáa bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tí wọ́n lè dá sáfù tí wọ́n lè fa ká máa rojú láàyè kírun wọ́n ní ká máa kí wọ́n wá inú mọ́ṣáláṣí ọlọ́run nìkan ní ká máa gbé tu ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.